Hello. Recently I covered a channel by the name of TheGmodGuy 2009. If you haven't watched that video, I recommend you go check it out first. Since the last video, that same channel has changed to TheGmodGuy 2006 re-uploads, and most of the videos have gone missing. All of the new uploads have a slightly different vibe to them, and we see some more interesting progression. But before it gets to the interesting part, the whole Pyro Destroyer 2009 / TheGmodGuy 2009 / TheGmodGuy 2006 universe seems to crumble a little bit. As I checked for updates on the channel, it became a little difficult to keep track. There were several name changes, handle changes, and with other accounts with similar names and uploads, it seemed like there was a little more to this than just the channel that we've been following. At the end, we'll come back to the first channel and check out some of the new uploads, but now it's time to branch out a little. Within a similar time frame, this channel and this channel have been uploading as well. Now, normally you might just say, okay, what's the big deal? Just some more crappy ARG channels. But this kind of changes everything for the TheGmodGuy 2006. You see, all of these channels are linked. I've actually had a difficult time keeping track of all this, and as I started making this video, it got kind of overwhelming. There's just so much content to go over on multiple channels, some of which I haven't dug deep enough to directly link to the TheGmodGuy 2006. And suddenly I found myself in a rabbit hole. Let's start exploring. The first branch off of the last channel we covered is the TheGmodGuy 2009. Yep, at one point the same name, but a different channel. Their uploads consist of little machinima style videos similar to the last channel. They're pretty short, but are noticeably higher quality than the first channel. The video that stands out though is this. In the description we get a message in binary, which, when decoded, gives us this message in Spanish. The English translation reads as, "Something is happening in my game. This is not right. I'm scared." Let's watch the video. Severely broken footage shows the player screwing around for a bit, then as they walk up to a scout ragdoll, it sits up on its own, and the player quickly deletes the model. The video ends. To me, this seems to be inspired by this channel called Something's Wrong with My Gmod, where the same thing happens with their ragdoll in this video. From the TheGmodGuy 2009, we'll find this channel called Science Dude, and in their channels, another channel called Scientist. Now you can see the inspiration this video has had on others. The Science Dude has quite a few uploads, but today we'll be looking at a couple that involve the Male 09 model. The first is Gordon Freeman's Day Out. The player takes out some anger on a ragdoll, then in Gunslinger Pro fashion, the ragdoll becomes sentient and makes a run for it. This is cool and all, another knockoff ARG, but the player takes the ragdoll into the dark room and freezes it up against the wall, which comes into play later. Next up, we have HL2, July 15th, 2009. Here the player gets killed by the male 09 model that they've been abusing, and in the description, don't worry, he's gone now. I've burned his ragdoll corpse, and we're all safe now. Assuming male 09 got revenge in similar fashion, if we go all the way back to when the GmodGuy 2006 was Pyro Destroyer 2009, the second video on the channel shows a crucified corpse in the darkroom. What do you think? Is this related at all, or maybe just coincidence? If so, the figure from the first channel I covered could be male 09, and the crucified corpse could be Science Dude. Alright, so if you go check this out on your own, it's a hell of a mess of connected channels, and it can get confusing. But what I make of it is too much work for one person, so it must be a group of people, some more involved than others, creating a linked universe, if not by intention, by coincidence. But both of the GmodGuy channels seem to be detached from the others, having no channels listed on their own. And having been created just 5 days apart, it's tempting to say that these two channels were created by the same person. Now that we've seen some stuff from the other channels, let's go back to the first channel, the GmodGuy 2006 re-uploads, and watch some of the new videos. The first new upload is Welcome Back. The player hops in a vehicle and starts driving around, then starts glitching just like in many of the other examples on this channel. The next is titled with just a period, and in the description, okay, I understand now. This one left me a bit confused, but it leads as a good segue into the development that we'll see in the next couple of videos. As you can see in the background, where you would expect a dark figure to be standing, there is a white figure. After this video, we get Experiment 1. The player walks into the dark room with slightly less hesitation than in the previous uploads, and in the description we can see that the player seems to be getting a little more used to what is happening. The final upload as of making this video is titled Disappointment, and with no description. Completely different from any of the other previous uploads, the player is angry and fed up with what's been happening in their game. Exactly what led up to this moment is unknown, but the player seems to be taking back control. There are some other uploads since last time I've left out. If you want to go watch them on your own, you'll see why. I encourage anyone watching to go do some of your own investigation. I'll leave links to the channels in the description. I have yet to watch all the videos on Science Stooge channel, so please let me know if you find anything. Hopefully next time we can have much more of this piece together, but for now I have a lot more digging to do. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.